Throughout the entire year of Lightfall, Strand has been the go-to subclass due to how strong the overall kit is. With this busted Strandlock build, we're enhancing the entire Strand kit to allow for an infinite loop of suspending explosions which spawn threadlings that unravel anything they come into contact with. Starting off, our exotic weapon of choice is the tried and true Quicksilver Storm auto rifle with its catalyst that turns the weapon into the Strand element. This exotic is the foundation for this build because of how the exotic catalyst works. A tangle will spawn after a final blow while using the grenade launcher mode on the Quicksilver Storm. The remaining weapons a part of your loadout are up to you, but because sidearms are anti-barrier this season, I've been using the new rocket sidearm Indebted Kindness with this build. And for the exotic armor piece, we're utilizing the Swarmers. This exotic will spawn 2 enhanced threadlings from any tangle we destroy. These enhanced threadlings unravel any targets they damage. The Season 23 artifact perks, in my opinion, are what make this build absolutely busted. From Whence You Came increases all ability damage against taken and scorn enemies. Luckily, most if not all the strikes in this season's Grandmaster Nightfall rotation feature scorn or taken as one of the main enemy races you fight. Essentially, this is a free buff to all your Strand abilities. Dragon's Bite will occasionally suspend targets after you destroy an enemy shield with a Strand weapon. Since Quicksilver Storm is the main weapon we'll be using, it's always nice to have a bit of extra utility with the weapon. Overload auto rifle, so the Quicksilver Storm can stun overload champions. And the last 2 essential artifact perks are Unraveling Orbs and Horde Shuttle. Unraveling Orbs does exactly what the name suggests. Provides you unraveling rounds after you pick up an Orb of Power. In the current state of Destiny 2, orbs are plentiful, and with the armor mods we have equipped, it won't be an issue generating orbs. And the Horde Shuttle artifact perk synergizes with the Swarmer's exotic. This is what's allowing us to infinitely unravel targets by occasionally spawning threadlings when dealing damage to unraveled targets. And because we have Swarmers equipped, those threadlings continue to spread unravel. Onto our abilities, aspects, and fragments, I have the Shackle Grenade for an extra way to apply suspend to enemies. The Wanderer aspect will make all tangles we destroy or throw detonate and apply suspend to nearby enemies. And since we have equipped Swarmers, those tangles will not only suspend nearby enemies, but also spawn 2 threadlings near their feet and unravel them after they explode. And the Weaver's Call aspect will spawn 3 threadlings after you cast your Rift. This is a great defensive ability if you find yourself in a rough situation, but you don't have to use it in a defensive way because the threadlings deal an adequate amount of damage. For the fragments, we're using Thread of Rebirth, Evolution, Continuity, and either Thread of Generation or Isolation. Thread of Continuity simply extends the duration of the unravel and suspend effects we will be applying. Thread of Evolution increases the range and damage of all threadlings we spawn in. And Thread of Rebirth will occasionally spawn threadlings from any Strand weapon kills we get, just another way we can spawn threadlings with enhanced abilities. Thread of Generation generates grenade energy as you deal weapon damage, and Thread of Isolation will sever enemies after you land multiple precision hits. Severed enemies deal 40% less damage to you and your fire team. It's up to you to decide if you want to generate more grenade energy or you want to make enemies deal less damage. Now, time for the armor mods. I have equipped 2 Harmonic Siphon mods to spawn orbs when I get multi-kills with the Quicksilver Storm, and a heavy ammo finder just to stay stocked up on ammo. 1 Focusing Strike, Impact Induction, and Font of Focus. This will provide a bit of class and grenade energy back when you deal damage with your powered melee, along with increasing the Discipline stat by 30 for a couple of seconds when you pick up an Orb of Power. Any elemental resistance mods for the activity you're doing, 1 Invigoration, Recuperation, and a Strand Weapon Surge mod. When you pick up an Orb of Power, you will receive a bit of health and melee energy, along with a 10% weapon buff to your Quicksilver Storm. And lastly, 1 Time Dilation, Outreach, and Bomber mods. These mods will provide a bit of melee and grenade energy back after you activate your Rift, and your Decaying Armor Charge mods, Font of Focus, and the Strand Weapon Surge will last a bit longer than usual thanks to Time Dilation. For the gameplay loop of this build, it's extremely simple. I like to start by using my melee so I can apply Unravel to a target. Killing the unraveled target spawns a tangle that I destroy in order to suspend the rest of the adds. 2 threadlings spawn from the tangle I destroy, and when the threadlings explode, they will apply Unravel to multiple targets. Occasionally, extra threadlings will spawn while damaging unraveled targets to deal additional damage thanks to the Horde Shuttle artifact perk. The Quicksilver Storm makes quick work of anything you come across, especially while using the grenade launcher mode, and is another method you can use to spawn suspending tangles that also spawn threadlings. What I really love about this build is how there are multiple ways to activate and chain all the Strand abilities. Want to suspend a group of pads, either throw your grenade, kill an enemy affected by Strand, destroy an enemy shield, or get a kill with the Quicksilver Storm's grenade launcher mode to spawn that tangle. Want to apply Unravel? Just use your melee or pick up an Orb of Power. Alternatively, you could just destroy a tangle or spawn a rift and let the Threadlings apply Unravel for you. This build is super simple and straightforward. Anyone can use it. And that's the Infinite Unravel and Suspend build for the Warlock. Let me know what you think about this build in the comments, subscribe for more, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.